Good day to you, and welcome to my view with Eset Umdid. There's a shutdown showdown happening. Standing on the far right, with 21% of the vote, is the Democratic Alliance. Standing on the far Marxist-Leninist left, 10% of the vote, is the Economic Freedom Fighters. The EFF has begun campaign season. The DA is frantically attempting to reach your attention before the EFF. I think the countdown to 2024 has begun. And I think you should pay attention to the gimmicks, the ploys, the stunts these political parties will play to get your attention. They're hoping to trick you into voting for them. But you won't fall for their tricks, because I'll be here with you to interrogate every single thing they do. So let's begin. On the 25th of January, the DA organized a quote major protest at Lutuli House. A protest against load shedding and unaffordable electricity increases. They said they chose Lutuli House because they correctly pointed out that the ANC seized state powers and placed them at Lutuli House. We've had a weak separation of state and political parties that are supposedly supposed to represent us since the advent of our democracy. Politicians are accountable to political parties, not to you, the voter, because of the system the ANC designed. But the EFF looks like it's going to outdo the DA. They planned a protest of their own. National shutdown, as it's called, is planned for this coming Monday, the 20th of March. And the DA is not happy. See, Malema said, there will be no school, there will be no university, there will be no factory, there will be no bus, there will be no taxi, unless they're taking protesters to the picket lines. Continued and said, we do not apply for anything. We cannot apply for that which is given to us by the Constitution. It is our constitutional right to protest. That's what Malema said. The DA, its poster boy running the city of Cape Town, Gordon Hill Lewis, ran to the courts to interdict the EFF because of the threats and the intimidation they accused the EFF of making. While I think they are playing political games, because I think they know that the EFF is going to pull a bigger crowd tomorrow than they did in January. I do believe the EFF should be held accountable and liable for any violation of the law, any vandalism, any violence that occurs tomorrow, because Malema incited violence. He's done it before. He will probably do it again because he thinks he's the king of our republic. The man said he's in charge. Quote, no one is going to tell me what to do at what time. I'm in charge. That's why these fools are running around here. I've got the ruling party by the scrotum. Remember that? See, the tendency of communists is to think they are the only ones with morals. They think they are the only ones with brains. They think, therefore, that we should obey them, as if they have some divine knowledge. We should pander to their so-called superior knowledge. What are they going to do to you and me on Monday when we decide we're going to go where we want to go? In your country, in my country, in our country. All Malema is doing is telling us that he and his political party members want to go on a looting spree to supposedly prevent looting. Communists think they're incapable of making mistakes or being wrong. That's why they think they should control everything. Because somehow we must believe that they, not them, they won't be corrupt. As if a communist state has ever existed that was not institutionally corrupt. Case in point, the Russian Federation, the Chinese People's Republic of China, the North Korean, all of these countries are corrupt. Malema should spare us the fantasies. This is my country. This is your country. It's not Malema's country. It's not the EFF's country. So the same way he wants to talk about having the constitutional right to protest, is the same way we have the constitutional right to go wherever we want in this country, to do whatever we want in this country, every single day, no matter what protest is going on, without their permission. Believe me, God forbid they run this country, you will need their permission for everything. It's how Russia works, how China works. It's how the North Koreans work. Every communist state has been a dictatorship. So Malema won't be different. It's never happened. We need their permission to do everything we want to do. Somehow, people who support the shutdown believe that it's going to change the course of our country. As if the solutions to our country's problems are going to come out from a protest. It looks that way, but it's not true. And it looks like that way because the ANC is acting as if they're trying to solve the solution. We must believe that load shedding has somehow improved this weekend. As if they are not intentionally trying to play with our emotions, trying to dilute the argument the EFF will make tomorrow by reducing the cost of load shedding for just a weekend, perhaps even a week. That's what the ANC has always done. That's the strategy of the ANC. Whenever it's in a corner, make the situation improve very quickly so that people think we're actually fixing it when we're not. A week, 2 weeks, maybe even a month from now, we will be back in the same situation we were before these attempts to change the situation by the EFF and the DA. We'll be back here. Look, I support process. I genuinely support protesting. I think we should do more than a day of it. Up to me, if it were up to me, we would do a month, 2 months, 3 months, maybe even 6 months. However long it took to remove the ANC from government. Why? Because it would show commitment. It would show resolve. It would show that we are in charge, not Mr. Malema. I think this country will move forward, move in the right direction, and enough of us decide and resolve that we will not tolerate this corruption. We will not tolerate these bad policies. Without any wavering, we will not tolerate being treated like we do not matter. Because in case the politicians didn't know, we are the sovereigns, not them. EFF recently started a cleanup campaign. And the DA, again, won't be outdone, decided to circumvent the EFF efforts by going to every location the EFF announces before the EFF goes there. They were trying to circumvent the EFF getting credit for cleaning black neighborhoods. They were trying to circumvent the EFF from doing something they were careless about doing for decades. They've run neighborhoods and neglected black people's neighborhoods. And now they want us to fall for the idea that they somehow care about cleaning our neighborhoods. The DA did not realize that it was simply saving the EFF money. I was impressed by the investment the EFF made into those cleanup campaigns. It was not a small broom and bag operation. They had trucks to aid the situation. That shows commitment. I think the EFF is leading. The DA is following. Frankly, I think the EFF began leading when it was formed. The DA has been following behind the EFF since 2013. The DA is playing political theater. Your life, your future, your country. I don't deny that the EFF is doing the same. All these political parties are playing theater. They don't really care about you. They just want you to vote for them. They just want you to believe that they genuinely care about your future. Let's call what's happening what it is. A political campaign. We don't need political parties to clean our streets. That's the least thing we need. When you're done with that, you should decide on, when they're done with that, they should develop policy. Well, that's my view. What's yours? Thank you for honoring me and listening to my view.